If there's one moment in my YouTube career that I think a lot of people kind of know me for, it's not necessarily crying when I did my silver play button unboxing, a video that I'm still entirely proud of because I love that damn thing. But it's when in April of 2014, I had a video falsely DMCA'd, and that was part of a larger event, or I should say a bunch of small clusters happening at once led to a larger event that was known as Gamergate. And so it's pretty apparent that, or it should be pretty obvious that I, as a content creator, really do hate false DMCAs. And while I've had to issue them myself when people wholly re-upload my content, it's never something I like to do, but it's something that it does happen. However, I understand the legality of the DMCA and in the context of which it can be used. I hate when people don't and they use it as a silencing or censorship method, which is where we find ourselves here, where an angry pickup artist says he won't issue bogus YouTube claim on critic's video, but then goes and issues it anyway. Because if there's one person, one group of people out there you got to worry about is those angry pickup artists, because they always they kind of suck at their job, you know. If they're doing this kind of crap, they suck at their job. So anyway, another case of YouTube's copyright notification system being abused has filtered down through social media. A YouTuber whose channel specializes in game reviews was targeted by the developer of the game after some back and forth on the internet over his negative review. Now, you might have heard this kind of story before. Jim Sterling is a person who has run afoul of a couple of developers who use this as a tactic to try to shut him down. In fact, it's happened so often that his channel is practically invulnerable to DMCA claims. They are going to very much be looking after that. So they're looking after him. So if you are a YouTuber and you get constant false claims, YouTube will actually eventually start protecting your account. Should work for everyone. But asking YouTube to be consistent is like, you know, asking your girlfriend for a head on the first date. Very rare does that happen. Now, Chris Hodgkinson reviewed a game called Super Seducer, which supposedly teaches dudes how to pick up women through the magical art of full motion video. Call it adultainment. The developer, Richard LaRuina, didn't care for the game being featured on the video game series entitled "This is the Worst Game Ever," nor did he care about Hodgkinson's suggestion the game offered nothing to men in the way of usable pickup artistry. Now look, you get that. Pickup artists are people that want to make sure their methods work. Even though, to be fair, all pickup artistry is just the art of social dynamics. You don't need to pay someone like Richard LaRuina to teach you how to pick up ladies. Just go pick up the book How to Win Friends and Influence People and just follow those guidelines. It's pretty much a straightforward method for social dynamics. But a lot of people out there read the books like The Game or The Mystery Method because they're trying to understand how to lockpick a woman's mind. It's in the case of most pickup artists, because I've seen this firsthand and I've studied all this stuff when I was writing a script about it, is just numbers game. You run the numbers. Sometimes you get lucky. Most of the time, you don't. And I say that from personal experience. So anyway, so it goes on to say that LaRuina criticized my idea that people should be themselves when they're talking to women, which I think is probably the right thing to do, Hodgkinson said. He left a comment on my video when it had 150 views, which I thought was weird. Not really. A lot of people out there put Google notifications for themselves. I have Google notifications for a number of things, a variety of things. And so when someone posts about it and it gets picked up by the Google spider bot and it gets put into the algorithm, and I get a notification so I can keep tabs on what is going on. And this is probably what the guy does. It's a standard business thing. You'll hear celebrities occasionally say, like, I should really turn off that Google notification on myself. Yeah. It's probably the best thing you could do for your psyche. Anyway, the comment from LaRuina suggested shy men should not be themselves and still avail themselves of women, which apparently is their God-given right. I love that mindset. Like, look, when you want to talk about the patriarchy and you want to sit there and be like, it's your God-given right to be completely knee-deep in poontang, is a mindset that no one should have. Women are not anyone's right or property. You know, hell, a lot of us are just lucky to have them in our lives. So anyway, this spilled over from YouTube onto Twitter, and the discussion there surprisingly took a turn for the better, with Laruna admitting he was overreacting to the YouTuber's worst game ever shtick. Laruna also stated that he was Europe's top pickup artist, which apparently he considers an accolade rather than a slur. No authoritative studies or red pill polls were cited in the support of this declaration. Now, obviously, this article is going to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek in some of the side commentary, but the thing is, pickup artists is a serious game. No, it is. I mean, not only is it like a very lucrative game, meaning some of these guys can travel around the world, hosting seminars and events, charging a couple $100s a head in order to teach men how to get it. Right. And this is, not an uncommon practice. So you can understand that, Laruna, who is probably, if he says he's Europe's top pickup artist, doesn't want people out there Googling his name and finding a bad review saying this offers nothing of value for men to then use to engage with women. He doesn't want that. That's obviously where he's going. I'm not saying in any way that he's right in what he's doing or threatening of it, but that's clearly the idea there. Now, lo and behold, and completely unexpectedly, Hodgkinson's video was hit with a copyright claim from Laruna. This is normal. This is a system that major label studios wanted, one that grants accuser full credibility until proven otherwise, leaving the accused with minimal tools to fight bogus takedown requests that could see their channel removed and their source of income destroyed. Again, this is something that we deal with on a constant basis. One of the reasons why I don't do a lot of video responses anymore, simply because of that. Now, the incident, however, has plenty of weird to go with the YouTube DMCA normal. It says here, Hodgkinson and Laruna's conversation on Twitter continued. Laruna told Hodgkinson that the studio only issues DMCA takedowns to channels that rip off its content, especially promising Hodgkinson that the team wouldn't weaponize the DMCA takedown. Yeah, right. No, people lie about the DMCA claim all the freaking time. That changed less than 2 days later when Hodgkinson received an email from Laruna's team apologizing for issuing the DMCA takedown request, way before Hodgkinson ever knew that YouTube had accepted the strike. Well, the way it works is once a complaint is filed, YouTube is legally obligated to take that particular video down. No question about it. No question about it. What you've got is they have the safe harbor system in place. They have to do this in order to maintain that. And basically, they're just kind of the middleman here. And even though you are probably well within your rights in like 98% of the cases, they still have to strike it down. At least now, when like there's a content ID claim or something like that, they then hold the income earned in escrow, and then they wait till it's decided. Before then, you could claim hundreds of videos and reap the benefits of 30 days of ad revenue, and then walk away almost apparently scot-free. Thankfully, they did change that up last year. One of the good things YouTube did in 2017. One of the few good things they did. Now, stranger still, Laruna sent Hodgkinson's a $50 PayPal to cover any lost ad revenue while the video was removed. Laruna still maintains he had nothing to do with the takedown, passing the buck to the company. Right. Yeah, because the top pickup artist in Europe, the guy who runs a game about seducing women to teach men how to perform the shocker, is clearly going to be upset and not at all take this thing down. Sure. Now, he says here in an interview with Polygon, I didn't know that he often makes those kind of videos. He's trying to profit with this type of clickbaity YouTube headline. All of that is okay, but when I replied to his tweet and we got into a little thing, he basically put me into a position where he says, you wouldn't dare DMCA me because you're afraid of this. And I said, no, I wouldn't, because it's the wrong thing to do. And then someone in my company did it. We immediately retracted it, and we're waiting for the video to come back. Yeah, someone in his company did it. Is this company just him and his mom? Come on, this dude got into it, got dared, got pissed off, right? Typical alpha bro, man. Oh, you want to come at me? You want to challenge me? All right. Say hello to my little friend, the DMCA. And that's it. That's my working theory on what happened. Which would still be fine, but Laruna kept talking, saying, so yeah, we did it for one video, but in general, I don't think that's the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. The DMCA is not a toy for you to play with when your fifis get hurt. If you are a pickup artist, you are used to rejection. Deal with it, you insipid fuck. And the other thing in that too is, you know, he's trying to like, like this. Oh, he just does all this clickbaity stuff. Right. Compilations are big on YouTube. Dude needs to figure that crap out. Anyway, this sounds like he was directly involved and that he did it because the YouTuber dared him to do it. None of these statements say much about Europe's top pickup artist and the company keeps, and the company he keeps and the company he runs. But that's the lesson here. Someone completely in the wrong can destroy the work, if not the livelihood of someone in the right. Fair use was supposed to be one of the things YouTube would take into account when handling copyright claims, but so far it seems to be limited to a very small select group of users. Loruna may have retracted his claim, but he still killed Hodgkinson's video for a few days. Even if Hodgkinson doesn't rely on YouTube as his main source of income, it does supply him with money to purchase new games to review. This bullshit move by Loruna is nothing more than a bully targeting someone else's livelihood over some shticky criticism, which is true. It's true. That's the whole point. You go after someone like this, you go after their livelihood. Now, there are many valid reasons to use the DMCA. As I said, people will re-upload my video whole cloth and still add their own watermark. Like, that's ballsy. When my image and my name are everywhere in the video and they still put their own watermark on it, it does deserve a golf clap. Oh, yes, it does. But the thing with this article, the author here doesn't understand. Tim Cushing doesn't understand is that YouTube doesn't have a choice. Once that claim is made, they have to act. Then the person who receives the claim has to then appeal it and cite fair use or other reasons as to why it should be allowed. Then YouTube has a person manually review it and then make that final judgment. Now, the crappy thing about that, though, is, well, it's not even YouTube making the final judgment. I should take that back. In many cases, they send it back to the company, and the company then has somebody manually review it, and then the company will either relinquish the claim or go, no, it totally sticks, you guys. Like, case in point, Universal Studios. When I do like a top film coming out of the month over on 3 Buck Theater, I hated when Universal Studios is releasing a movie because they will always content ID claim, and they will always reject the appeal. Even if it's 100% fair use, they are just like, nope, they're jerks. So when you do this job, the content ID copyright system, DMCA system is bad. But the thing is, people like this Loruna guy, they make it worse because to them it's a game, right? He wants to stick it to this YouTuber who criticized them. Dude, you're a pickup artist. You're always going to get criticism. Don't be such a bitch. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't already, thumbs it up, hit on that subscribe, check out 3 Buck Theater, check out Mundane Chats, or if you just want to help support the channel, the best way to do that is patreon.com/mundanemet, link below in the video description. Thank you guys again. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.